right, bang bang. What's going on, guys? To an exciting new edition, main event, Talkin Hands. So I'm going to host Preston, joined by my co-host, Mr. Danny Betts. Huge weekend of boxing action this week. You see in the thumbnail, we have Ryan Garcia, Romero, Canelo Alvarez versus William Scull, and of course, we love to recap the fights that occurred last week. Speaking of which, we're gonna get right into it because we got a pretty loaded show and UFC Des Moines with Locker Room Talk Boys coming up right after us. Quick shout Guillermo, shout G. Kentucky Derby weekend is, of course, this weekend as well. If you guys need some horse racing tips, I'm sure G would more than likely love to oblige with that.
Definitely hit him up.
Let's go. This was a great fight. Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn, great fight. Like I said, I was a little worried with the prop market here. The KO was the favorite, I guess. But Conor Benn performed admirably. Moving up 2 weight classes, was definitely the smaller man. But I didn't disagree with the decision. I agreed with it. Chris Eubank got it done. And sounds like they're going to have a rematch. There's a rematch clause. And sounds like there'll be an immediate rematch later this year. Dane, what do you think of the fight? And if you saw anything on the undercard? I'll be honest, I only saw the main event. But I did see, we talked about McKenna got the job done.
Way better fight than I thought, man. That was a great fight, dude. Great scrap. These guys were going at it.
Round 12, too.
Round 12 was nuts. It was crazy. Just going back and forth. Shout out to Andrew G. Excuse me. But, like you said, Conor Benn was the smarter guy, definitely. Even with the weight rehydration clause, like, you could tell, like, Eubanks was the bigger guy naturally and things like that. But with all that being said, like Ben still had that power, Rock.
Yeah, he stunned him a couple times.
Yeah. So shout out to him with that. Shout out to Ron Polo in the chat too. But yeah, it was a great fight. I was surprised how good it was. I don't mind the rematch just because it's so big in UK and it was a close fight. Conor Benn was doing well until I think it was round 10. And Eubanks showed grit and heart and took, he swept them in the last 3 rounds, in my opinion. That's how he won the fight. Because Conor, before going into round 9, I thought Ben was oh, man, he might steal this fight.
Yeah, I was pretty worried, yeah.
Yeah, and then Eubanks took over late. But close fight, I thought Eubanks won. I pretty much, had the money on whatever, but, the undercard too. The only bet I had was the hell was his name? Ridley. It was against Clark. It was on the undercard. It went to the decision. I had him by decision at plus 137. That was my biggest bet of the card. That was a decent fight. That guy has some skills, bro. I didn't know a lot about him. I know I've seen him a couple fights, but he's big for the division. He's got a really good footwork. Not crazy power, but respectful power.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a decent card. But that Conor Benn and Eubanks fight definitely stole the show for sure.
Yeah, I thought it was a great fight, and like I said, I was just happy how the fight ended because at the beginning I was pretty worried. I'm like, yeah, Ben's doing much better than I initially thought.
Yeah.
But obviously the power and everything got us the win. Chris Eubank Jr. gets the job done. All right, that was last week. This week we're going to start off Friday night, NYC, Times Square, which was pretty crazy. I saw Ryan Garcia actually had an interview today with Ariel Helwani saying they're taking a taxi to the ring from where they're going to be warming up. They're going to be warming up blocks away. Then they have to taxi to the ring. So it's going to be very interesting how it works out.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. And yeah, Von Polo, the Friday night is definitely the night of the 3 days. Friday night's the night for the fights. To me, it's the best card. And we're going to start off with, I guess this is the first fight. Teofimo Lopez taking on Arnold Barbosa Jr. Current odds at FanDuel have Teofimo Lopez minus 260, Arnold Barbosa Jr. plus 94, Lopez decision minus 120, Lopez KO plus 390, Barbosa decision plus 280, Barbosa KO plus 800. If you guys need a book, please look in the description down below. Sign up, FanDuel, Bet365, DraftKings, everything. We'll go to you, Danny. What do you think here? Lopez, Barbosa Jr., pretty close odds. Haven't been the highest on Barbosa, but he has been getting it done. So,
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been the highest on both of these guys. I mean, there was some hype with Tiafimo. Obviously, he's more marketable because, I mean, just check out the press conferences. The guy don't shut up. He's always saying some crazy shit, and he's wild. But Barbosa, I kind of been a hater of him pretty much his whole career. I'm still so mad that I had the McCain decision plus 1,000 money line and I got robbed like that. It is what it is, but he surprised me in his last fight though. He did way better than I thought. Got the dub, close ass fight. And here I think I was back and forth, and then today I started going back. I really studied Barbosa's last fight, and I like how he changed his game plan a little bit, cause I thought he would because one thing I didn't like about him, he was on Jin, try to be aggressive when he doesn't have a lot of power at all, bro.
Yeah,
he can box and things like that. He threw more volume, which I liked in his last fight, and he kept a really good steady pace, followed the game plan, and that shows me good IQ. Where I know Tiafimo's got big counter shots, good power. His IQ is suspect. He gets emotional in some of these fights. I don't even want to speak about his dad. His dad is just horrible for him in his corner and in general, in my opinion, for boxing. But yeah, he can box. He's athletic. He had a great performance against Josh Taylor. That was probably one of his better performances. Yep. I can never get out of my head when he lost to Kambosos. I know there was a lot of other things going on, like he was in the hospital, had some type of bad infection, things like that. But you're losing to Kambosos. It was a close fight. He almost stole it back, late, knocked him down, things like that. But Kambosos, man, he's not good. And I actually bet this fight, man. I was going to stay away, but I think there's value. And I know we kind of, me and you kind of, I don't want to say hate that word, but we don't use it a lot. But I like plus 200 on Barbosa. I think he's got a style that can frustrate Tio. Tio likes those fighters that, Mexican style, you know what I mean? Like Ocampo. He when he fought Ocampo, he went up, went forward. Tio was landing the bigger shots, countering. He needs a guy that's gonna come pressure him, and try to fight. Now, if he's finding a guy that's kind of fighting negative, outboxing you from the outside, mixing it up, I think Barbosa could do that and steal this fight in the scorecards. I really don't think he's gonna get a knockout. I did like it when it was plus 300. Now, the decision's plus 280. So I just took money line plus 200. You can still get a bet 365. It's going down. Some places is plus 180, plus 175. So I grabbed that bet 365.
Yeah, I saw minus 220 for Teo.
Yeah. So I just grabbed money line, not to be too greedy, just in case you get a crazy draw or some bullshit like that, and you're covered and you get your money back. But I think he can steal this by decision, man. Close fight. It'll be moments of Tio trying to pressure, landing a couple bigger shots here and there, but at the same time, Barbosa landing more volume, doing better in the boxing, the outside, and maybe still 7-5 type of scorecard in my opinion. But I took a shot on Barbosa in this one.
Yeah, so there's actually a prop I really like in this fight. We saw Barbosa against Catterall. He got knocked down, but wasn't ruled a knockdown because he stepped on his foot. And for Lopez to even win the fight, because I agree with you, I think Barbosa is going to be winning the rounds. Lopez wins moments. Yeah. And what I like here is Barbosa. And I don't think, I'm not saying Lopez is going to win the fight. I'm not saying Barbosa is going to win the fight. But Barbosa to get knocked down is plus 260. So to have one knockdown, it's plus 260. So I like that a lot in this fight. I do think it's going to be a tough, close fight. Could be more than likely a decision. And I think they are baiting you with that, with the Lopez decision, minus 120, minus 125. So yeah, I love the Barbosa to be knocked down plus 260 because the total knockdowns in the fight is over a half at plus 130. So why would I take that when Barbosa's not going to knock down Lopez? Like he just won't.
Yeah,
So
I'll be shocked. I'll be
yeah, so
shocked.
I like that quite a bit. But yeah, I don't mind that. I think Barbosa is definitely live, and the line is swinging that way, like for sure. So like that quite a bit.
It's
Yeah.
pouring down here, by the way.
Oh, the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. That's what I was like.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's craziness. Okay, we're gonna move right along here. Devin Haney taking on Jose Ramirez, not Rodriguez. Jose Ramirez. Um, current odds for this fight. It honestly
Close
doesn't matter
enough.
who he's fighting because Devin Haney's minus 1200. Jose Ramirez is plus 680. You're not getting any props here. Haney decision minus 360. Haney KO plus 480. Ramirez plus 1500 decision. Ramirez KO plus 950. Tough fight to bet because we know how Haney fights. Dan, do you think Haney could get him out of there? This is at 147, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're both moving up. So, and then the Garcia fight's also at 147, which we'll speak on. Dan, you like anything here? I know it's very tough. Probably a parlay piece, if anything. But
yeah, I mean, I'll cut this short, man. Haney should win this fight. He's the clearly better boxer, bigger guy, bigger fighter in this fight for sure. Ramirez's best days. I mean, he's still good. Don't get me wrong, but I think his prime is a little bit behind him
because he got whooped by Barbosa.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like I said, I was impressed with Barbosa, but at the same time, I'm not happy for Ramirez losing like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I'm not betting this fight. I mean, you could throw in a parlay Haney by decision, but like minus 400, that's just insane. Like, I mean, I'm not touching this fight straight bet or anything at all. I'll be honest. I think Haney's gonna win this fight for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Win almost every round probably. Ramirez wins like 2, something like that. But Haney should definitely win this fight.
Yeah, I think Haney's just gonna. All he literally has to do is jab. Like he can jab for 12 straight rounds and win the fight. The size, the reach, he's got all the advantages. I don't like Haney at all, but for a boxer, the way he boxes, he's a bet-on fighter like forever. So, I feel like Haney got the much. I don't want to say easier fight, but this is a very easy fight for him compared to potentially, Rolly could clip.
Yeah. Broly's more dangerous, than Romero.
And I think Van Pol is thinking maybe he could get him out there with a KO.
I don't know, man. I'm not putting my money on Haney KO against a tough Ramirez, bro. Ramirez ain't no. It's not like he's got a horrible chin or anything like that.
Yeah, because Haney, he was hurting. Was it Prograis pretty bad? And even then, he couldn't get him out of there.
But Prograis, I mean, his durability is suspect. He's been dropped multiple times.
Yeah.
Like
Prograis basically done.
Yeah, no footwork. Like, for me that's a trap. They're begging you. Like minus 400 decision. They're like, please take KO or something. Yeah, that's my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe who knows.
Yeah, no, I think Haney decisions like the bet to make all the time. Okay, main event Friday night. This is the big one. Ryan Garcia off the year layoff after beating up Devin Haney last year, 420. Ryan Garcia taking on Rolly Romero. Garcia minus 1,000. Romero plus 560. Again, not giving you much value here, so you got to really pick and choose. Garcia KO is minus 400. Garcia decision plus 650. Rolly decision plus 1,600. Rolly KO plus 700. Not a Rolly fan. I like Ryan Garcia. Danny, are you riding the Rolly train here? He's been talking a lot. Hey, the one thing we both know, they hate Devin Haney. They both hate Devin Haney.
Oh yeah, I mean Tio was going after Haney, Haney too. Everybody was ganging up on Haney, but it's funny because I literally just got Instagram DM by somebody, and he said, Rolly Romero will win. Book it.
No, he won't. No,
We'll
he
see.
won't.
But I'm a fan of Rolly when it comes to entertainment. Dude's funny. He says some wild shit like when it comes to talking things like that. Fighting wise, he does have power, but
He gets hit all
he
the
has
fucking time.
he has no fundamentals. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like he relies on his power and like being
Yeah, he just literally comes in and swings like a madman. Yeah.
being athletic. We've seen that with I still can't believe to this day people thought Rolly was gonna beat Tank Davis. But yeah, my thing is he's got both losses by knockout. His durability suspect. And one thing I've said about Garcia, I haven't been like the biggest fan of Garcia either. My knock on him was he's always had talent. He's got to put it together, but he's not taking this shit serious. Now, finally, from what I'm seeing, Ryan Garcia is on point. He looks in great shape, serious. I don't see no type of mental illness right now, like balls to the wall going crazy, saying some wild shit, nothing. He's serious. And from what I'm seeing, I don't know, behind the door, behind the doors or backstage or whatever, but he looks locked in. He knows this is a big fight. This can really blow up his career even more. Maybe get the rematch with Haney, and get that out the way because we all know that he got popped for steroids, even though it was like a tiny little bit amount. He tried to fight it, whatever. He failed, but I can't tell you. I don't know if he really did or not. I mean, it was positive, but it was such a little amount we will never know, really, in my opinion. But one thing I can tell you, he does have talent. That left hook is crazy. His thing was like his defense. He's always letting his hands down, staying in the pocket too long, letting go of his hands, but with the chin up in the air and things like that. He's been tying it up the last couple of fights. Leaving his hand up, holding the phone. The prop I love on this, and I already sent it out on the Patreon, is the under. But it's going to be – I got to bet MGM. It's 7 rounds or less. So as long as the 8th round doesn't start, we're good. It's minus 118. I slammed that personally. I'll still take 6.5 personally. I just like the extra, time in that round in the 7th round. But I still like under 6.5. If you could get BetMGM, I would take that because you get a couple of extra minutes for almost the same price. But I really like the under. I also sprinkled round 5 plus 950 on FanDuel. Mm-hmm. That's the best odds right now for that round. I think I just can't see Rolly. I can't see Rolly like taking his shots, bro. Like you said, he goes in there wild and a focused Ryan Garcia, the more talented, just overall better everywhere. Like as long as he doesn't get caught by Rolly somehow, I think he's gonna knock him the fuck out, bro. Like pretty early in this fight, like 5, 6, 7 rounds.
So funny enough, you're right in line. So my prop was 5 to 8 for Ryan Garcia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So plus 150 FanDuel. Right now it's plus 150. 4 to 6 is plus 260. I feel like that's a little more sketch. I'd rather take the 5 to 8. Hopefully Rolly survives because every fight the guy fights, because he fought Cruz. He hit Cruz decently well, and then once Cruz started tagging him, he just kept tagging him. And Ryan Garcia is a lot faster than Cruz.
Oh yeah,
and he's
bigger.
He's gonna hurt him a lot harder. My only worry concern is Rolly catches Garcia early, and then maybe Ryan steps back, fights a more traditional fight. Every Ryan Garcia fight's about the same, where he'll give one to take 2 to give 1 type thing, and he'll throw, and just the speed advantage alone. The way Rolly fights, I've said it for years. I think he's shit. We saw him. He got the lucky win against the old man in the corner where they stopped the fight. You remember that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that was pure BS.
That was a robbery. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just don't think Rolly Romero is a good boxer at all. I think Ryan Garcia knocks him out. I think he knocks him out pretty easily. And for the prop, I'll take the 5 to 8 plus 150. I don't want to take the minus 400 KO, even though I think that is safe. I'd rather get some sort of plus money. And then I like your prop if it's as long as the fight doesn't go to round 8, you
Yeah.
win. I like that quite a bit because I was thinking 1-6.
Me
Take
too.
that,
I just
but
think it could
yeah,
really, and I like that one too, 5-8, because I think it could creep up to that point, like 7th round, and it could get really sweaty.
yeah.
But yeah, bro, I could see him for real, for real. I could see him ending this shit round 2, round 3, if
Oh yeah, yeah,
like. But I think he's gonna come in a little bit more patient, and because he knows how Rolly is. He's gonna pick the spots, throw the jab, try to set up that left hand later on, and catch him late, and hopefully we both cash.
yeah. I'm very curious to see how this is going to look at Times Square. I'm assuming it's outside. It'll be outside, and yeah, how it's going to be because I know Andrew G was saying it's going to be all celebrities there, like celebrities and the wealthy, like the
Oh
elite.
yeah, for sure. I
So,
mean, Ryan Garcia fighting, and you got Devin Haney on the card. You got Teofimo. You got some big names on there for sure.
oh yeah, Andrew, they can make belts up for anything these days. Literally, you can have a belt for anything. Uh, okay, moving on, we'll go to Canelo, and then if we want to touch on Inoue, which there really isn't much to touch on because he's minus 8,000. Canelo Alvarez, he's taking on William Scull. This was supposed to be Jake Paul, but the deal fell through. Canelo, pretty much a stay busy fight. This is Saturday, minus 3,000. Canelo KO minus 210. Canelo decision plus 175. Fight doesn't go minus 215. If you like Skull, plus 1,300 plus 1,400. Danny, you really got anything here? Feel like I've been burned by Canelo for like 2 years straight. So
I'll be honest, man. I'm not gonna waste too much time. This makes way more sense for Canelo, like, because remember we were talking about Jake Paul. Even if for entertainment wise, it'll be funny and
yeah,
the entertainment. But it didn't make a lot of sense. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna fight Crawford in September and you're gonna fight Jake Paul before that, like,
right.
now this one makes more sense. Skull is a real boxer, even though Jake Paul is too, officially. But Skull has a belt, Cuban fighter, so he's been in the Cuban amateurs and things like that. But there's just levels. Like, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time. Canelo should win this fight easily. I'm not wasting more money on this fight, to be honest. I'm not getting burnt again. I think he should get a knockout.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I don't know when. If it's gonna be early, mid fight, late. I've been burnt. We've been burnt too much with that shit.
yeah.
I'm just gonna pass on this fight. Canelo should definitely win. I think it's a KO, and it's minus 200. I think.
Yep.
Around there. So I'm good. I'm passing. I'll just watch the Canelo fight, the Canelo massacre, pretty much.
Yeah, so I watched Skull versus it was on YouTube. Shishkin, I think the guy's name was, and I was expecting this guy to be like a Erzlandi Lara type fighter, like boxer, where like good movement, maybe crafty. But he was getting hit by this random. I don't know if he's German or what. The Shishkin guy pretty easily. I think Canelo's team definitely knows what they're doing. I expect Canelo to knock this guy out. He didn't really show a ton of power, and obviously we all know Canelo's chin. He doesn't get hurt, really dropped, knocked out anything. Yeah, I love Canelo's got like. I'm not betting it because, yeah, like I said, I got burned. I don't want to bet minus 200, 210, whatever it is. But Canelo has to knock this guy out. And it is set in stone. He wins the fight. They already pretty much announced it. He will fight Terrence Crawford in September, which is going to be probably fight of the year. So, or at least the biggest fight of the year for sure.
Well, yeah. Shit. The last couple of years, maybe.
Yeah.
Name wise, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to see, I'm going to watch some more for that fight, but we're going to see a lot of people on Crawford, I think, which is, I don't know about that one.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. I agree with Andrew G. Canelo hasn't had a KO in like 4 years or 3 years.
Bro, for real. And he's hurt. He's dropped everybody pretty much. Munguia, Berlanga. Like, he's dropping these guys, hurting them, and it's like, dude, what's his face? Can't think of his name now. One of the brothers.
Yeah. Oh,
Charlo. Like, come on, dude. It is what it is.
Uh, did you want to touch on anything with the Inoue fight? If anything, I like this prop because it's his first fight in Vegas in a while. I actually like 1-3 plus 280.
I'm thinking early, yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't like pulled the trigger on anything yet, and I still gotta dig more into his opponent. But just right off the bat, I'm thinking early. But
yeah,
that's another one. It's kind of NOA can sometimes play with his food a little bit too. But
yeah. But so news wise, the big news was, which we figured it was going to happen, Dubois Usyk rematch.
yeah.
So that's big. And what stinks is, well, I guess it doesn't stink because the UFC, that's the Holloway Poirier New Orleans card that same
Oh, it
day.
is. I'm trying to go there, bro.
Yeah.
We'll see. I already hit up the guys I met over there. We'll see. If I don't go to the fight, I still might go over there just to watch it on Bourbon Street because the spot we went to was dope.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: I'm gonna have well, the last couple of fights I've had max bets on Usyk, so we'll see for this one. I just gotta
Yeah.
see the line for some things.
Yeah. Dubois looked good, but the last fight he had, was it Parker or right late
Mm-hmm.
notice? Yeah.
He
So,
pulled out.
yeah, Dubois looked good, but now we're going to see take on Usyk, who is, I think, the best boxer, for sure. Other news kind of stinks for Zayas because he was the mandatory for Fandora.
Duck.
Yeah, so Fandora chooses to. I don't know if he chose the rematch or what happened, but Zayas pretty much got passed over, and they're going to do a pay-per-view fight. I think also in July. Tim Zhu. Your thoughts on that one, Danny?
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
That was a clear duck, and that was a mandatory too. So I don't know what they're gonna do with the. It's bullshit because like they should take the belt from him, bro. But they're not. Just because he's gonna fight Zoo and it's gonna be a big fight. And they did my guy dirty, Zayas. But I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think he's not gonna fight Zayas. So
yeah. Then we got to see what happens with Xander Zayas because he'll need a fight
yeah, for
in the
sure.
summer. Yeah, because he's been right there.
I'm surprised. That pisses me off, bro, because usually he's always fighting like Puerto Rican Parade and like in June and things like that. And
Yeah.
that's like, I mean, that's like right there. So I don't know.
Yeah, those were the two big like announcements that I saw. Nothing really else, right? Unless you saw something. I did see. I think it's a joke. Someone was posting Tyson Fury wants to box again this year.
I heard a little bit of rumors, but nothing that I really believed. So who
Yeah,
knows? Especially with him, you never know, bro. One day he could be like, "I'm retired." The next day he's like, "Yeah, I'm back."
yeah.
I don't know. He could.
Okay.
He's still good. It's not like
Oh yeah,
so he can fight again, and you know he's always a good payday.
yeah. It's just I know Turkey was mad that he didn't get those decisions, over there, but
Yeah.
it
No,
is what it is.
what sucks the most is that Joshua lost.
Right.
But even though he lost, even if they fight now, it's still a big fight, especially over there. Like
Yeah.
so they could make that fight.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Definitely would be a good one.
Right.
All right, guys, before we get into our best bets, if you guys could leave a like on the video, drop some comments down below with your best bets for the boxing action this weekend. Of course, we have UFC Des Moines, which is a big time UFC card as well. Tune to Locker Room Talk podcast as well right after this. Best bet, Danny, I'll let you go first. I think we might be on the same page almost here because, yeah.
Pretty much best bet right now for me is Garcia and Romero under.
Yeah.
Well, within 7th rounds. That's what exactly it says. Within 7th round. So it's gotta be before the 8th round start. And BetMGM, I still like under 6.5. Shout out to Mario Barros in the chat. I'll still take it. I just like having that extra time almost for the same price. So if you can get it, get on BetMGM. If not, get on FanDuel for sure. Round 5, sprinkle, quarter unit. plus 950 on FanDuel.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the 5 to 8 plus 150. I expect Rolly to survive a little bit, but yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he got knocked out 1 to 4. I'll take the 5 to 8, have a little bit of like reassurance and a few extra rounds to get done. Just because, yeah, they make those props, the 6.5. Happens in the UFC all the time. Guy gets choked out 2 seconds right at the halfway
Bro,
point.
I seen
yeah.
that seems like wild shit, man.
So yeah, for me, that's for sure the best bet. Because we were looking at these odds for a while, and I thought we could get like a decent odds on a parlay of Garcia Haney decision KO. Nope. So they juiced that up. Red might stop it too early. Wild will be stunned and seeing stars. The ref might have to jump in. Yeah, that could happen. I just think he's gonna get dropped, and
Now I don't think the ref will do it in this fight. He ain't doing it against Ryan Garcia. The other one makes sense because he was fighting an old man that nobody knew. Like you know what I mean? Rolly's a guy that sells and shit like that. Like, no, Ryan Garcia's the A side. So,
yeah.
But yeah, he does have power. I mean, as long as he doesn't get caught, Garcia doesn't get caught, I think he gets it done pretty easily, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this is. I'm not saying it's a setup fight, obviously, but it is a setup because they want the Haney Garcia rematch. Makes all the sense in the world. And yeah, we're not high on Rolly. A lot of people were high on Rolly, still are somehow, because I bet you this weekend we'll see the Twitter tickets or the X tickets. Rolly, how disrespectful! Did you not see his last fight?
I'm already getting DMs saying Rolly's gonna win. Like,
yeah, he fought. I don't know. He fought some young Mexican kid. I watched the fight, like Manuel James or something.
Yeah,
and this kid was tagging on left and right.
And that kid literally fought like a month and a half before that fight in a top rank card, or 2 months. Like,
yeah. I was just like he hasn't learned or improved. Like Rolly has not learned. So yeah, there's gonna be no difference. He's gonna get stopped. And yeah, actually, I just looked. That guy just got beat up by Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, he whipped his ass bad, dude.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
So yeah, so I like it. I like those looks. Like I said, everything else, just the props, the market's just too crazy, like wide. Unless you want to parlay, sure, there's going to be tons of parlay potential because UFC card, the favorites are wild too, with Sandhagen and whatnot. Yeah, that'll be it for us guys. Like I said, if you guys could drop a like down on the video, comment down below your best bets for any of the action, who you like, and for Guy or Danny, let them know what you got for the weekend and where they can find you.
Smash that like button, fellas. Leave a comment, like he said. UFC show is on right now, so check that out after this one. Danny bets with 2 Z's everywhere on social media. My Patreon, I already got 3 plays locked in. Almost 6 unit play. I got a 4 unit play and a 2 unit play so far. And might have like a long shot parlay. And speaking of long shot parlays, my boy over here, Preston, hit a big parlay. It was nice, man. He showed me a screenshot. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for sure.
Yeah, it was nice. I might cook one up and maybe I'll send Danny it. It'll be probably not as
I'll
crazy,
tell you, shit.
But yeah,
it's been a while since I really like locked in and made one, but like a one like that's crazy. And in UFC, I got no bets locked in yet, but I am looking at a nice little underdog. I've been hot.
Yeah,
I had Kuwamba last week, 5 unit play. That shit cashed.
Yeah, we'll have to talk after the show because I do have one I actually did bet as well. Yeah, if you guys, like said, follow Danny, follow me at Preston on Twitter. Watch UFC live show right now. They'll be live for the fight Saturday. Then next week, of course, we'll recap the card, all the cards, what happened, all the fights, and preview whatever action happens next week. That'll do it for us, guys. So this was Main Event Talkin Hands. See you guys next week. Peace.